One sec, let's just make sure they're all connected, live.
Awesome. So what's up, guys? Steven here from Sequus. We're doing a lot of live, what looks like from our marketing manager, Lo. We're live on the Sequus page, my personal page. We got Instagram live. The most cameras ever in a room at once for us. Not really, that's probably a lie, but anyway. So today we're gonna be talking about Google Tag Manager, and I got two of our SEO account managers, experts in their field, that work on our accounts or our clients here at Sequus. And so figured the best way to talk about a really complicated subject of Google Tag Manager is to interview two experts on it. So we got Delbert and James here. What's up, guys? Thanks for taking time out of your morning to do this. So the reason for this is we've been getting more questions from clients about Tag Manager, like what is this thing, Google Tag Manager? You know, is it analytics? Is it the same? Is it different? Like, I've read that I should be using it, but maybe when they've looked at it, it seems pretty complicated. So we will do our best today to kind of just have a conversation between the three of us. I'll do my best to pull all of the knowledge and the expertise that these guys have out of them about Tag Manager, and we'll try to get that into very small, concise pieces of information that you guys can go back and use or take back to your current digital marketing company. Yep. So, Lo, are we good?
Good.
All videos rolling?
Yep.
All right. Cool. Good morning and happy Friday to anybody that's watching live right now. Do we have anybody fun on there? Or anybody
Yep, we got Julia Bressner. We have Jerry.
Awesome. What's up, Julia? Jerry, good morning. Cool. So, awesome. Let's just kind of get into a little bit. You know, let's start with the basics. I mean, what is Google Tag Manager?
Go for it. So Tag Manager it's a Google product. It's we use it to more easily mark up specific parts of your site so that you don't need a developer or any other outside resources to actually set up tags and get more data from your site and see how people are clicking around, see how they're interacting with your site. It's just a really easy tool to get better data.
Cool. So when you say tag, you mean, or it sounds like it's really the ability for us to get more data from the site than we have been able to in the past, or at least Google built the tool for us so that now we don't have to have a developer code a bunch of stuff,
right?
You know, specific, so that we can track things.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we want to break it down into a little bit more technical term. A tag is just a snippet of JavaScript code that gets put on a site. And traditionally, Google Analytics would use these codes to tell us how the site is performing, period. Usually that takes, teams of web developers, and it could take a lot of time. And when you're doing SEO or any sort of online marketing, time is sometimes the most important piece of the puzzle. So with Tag Manager, you're already given a preset categorization of tags that we can place on the site. Things like page views, things like phone calls, clicks, form submissions, any of these types of metrics that we believe our clients are definitely going to need to know about. And Tag Manager just gives us a way to easily manage those, put those on the site in a quick and efficient way.
Awesome. So basically Google spent a bunch of money developing something so that now our clients don't have to spend that money with us or another developer.
Yeah,
and it's a lot easier to use.
It's so much easier to use.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's just super powerful. I mean, with tracking conversions before, you could track that maybe you got a phone call. And that's kind of where a lot of those were left. But now it's a lot more easy to see, okay, they're on, 3 levels down on a page that is just about plumbing service in a specific city, and they click the telephone number. So you kind of get that better level of, or more easily get that better level of data. Yeah, exactly. And I think what you're talking about there is the triggers that you implement using the Tag Manager, which we've written on the board behind us, so if anybody's watching live and reading. The triggers just basically tell us when and where these events are going to happen. So we set those rules now. We can determine that this one page has this one form, and we want to track this one form on that specific page.
So, and without having to go in and implement a bunch of, again, JavaScript code that would require a web developer.
Got it. And so what's the, I mean, because in the past, you know, this is Google Analytics, right? Like that's where we've gotten a lot of our data for our clients is from Google Analytics. What's the difference between Tag Manager and Analytics?
Well, the main difference is the one measures performance while the other one manages tags. That's it in a nutshell. However, Google loves Google, so if you use a Google product with Google, you're going to get easier access. You're going to get more data points when it's implemented correctly. So with analytics, you're probably familiar with goals or conversions that you would set up in the back end that we would say, we want to know when people are filling out this form. And Tag Manager just allows us to get a little bit more granular data to specifically call out a demographic if we want, people in a certain city if we want, that kind of data.
Got it.
And to build on that, you know, like I was saying, the Tag Manager actually manages the tags, but then all that data that comes in is shown in Analytics, so we can use that in conjunction with a lot of the other data that we're currently seeing in Analytics. And so it just makes it a much more powerful feature.
And organized.
Yeah, organized, yeah.
You know, with Tag Manager, I'm able to label and mark up exactly what I want. I can pull the data into Google Analytics exactly like I want to see it. So instead of seeing form and submit, and that's a completion, I can see that it was the $25 off coupon sent from this page by these people.
So it sounds like we're getting a lot more data so that we can make decisions based on that data for our clients, or, you know, our customers can make it for themselves.
Exactly.
Let's bring it down to a little bit more basic real quick and talk about like where might this be useful, for like one of our clients or somebody that, you know, is running a home service company and wants to implement it. What benefits are they gonna get out of it, and like give us some, like, you know, basic uses of like what you would set tags up for, and get that data reporting.
To me, we're going to get a little technical here. I'm going to try to keep this as high level as I can. If I were to go to my clients and ask them which forms they thought were performing well, traditionally in Google Analytics, we would just see a large number of forms submitted, period. So to now get the specificity that I want out of which form is performing at what rate, meaning the schedule service bar versus a coupon page that's maybe buried that people aren't seeing. That type of data, I think, becomes a little bit more intangible, and now we're able to go to our clients and let them know that, hey, client A ran this test and it was very successful, and client B can implement it.
Okay.
And imagine that maybe you've got, 6 pages with the exact same form. Instead of just seeing that form had been completed, you can see which page the form was completed on. So you could match that with visit data and say, okay, lots of people are visiting this, but they're not filling out the form on this page. Why? Or the opposite, almost everyone who visits this page fills out the form. So what are we doing really great on that page? Also, another use case could be if you want to test a new button on a page and you just want to see how people are clicking on it or how often they're clicking on it, you can real quick or fairly quickly put that in Tag Manager and then get that data within a week or so, really easily.
Nice. So it sounds like we take, because a lot of people have heard us talk about heat mapping and conversion.
Yep.
So, this sounds like it's giving us the ability to take, heat mapping to almost a whole new level, so that we know, okay, hey, people are filling out this form, but only on this page, even though it's on the sidebar of every other page. Now we can say, okay, cool. All the other pages that nobody's filling out this form on, now we can take that valuable real estate, remove that form that nobody's filling out, even though we may have thought, hey, we're getting 100 submissions from this form, it's doing great, but now we know it's only on that one page.
Right.
And so now we can take that valuable real estate and replace it with something else, test the data from there, figure out how to get more conversions on a website.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome. So, one of the things that I heard you guys talking about when we were kind of prepping for this is being able to track things even outside of the website, or data from, okay, how did somebody get to the website, and then what actions did they take, so that now, something like maybe an email marketing campaign, even coming from like Facebook through a Facebook pixel tracking, and figure out what they're doing, or what pages they're interacting most with and taking action on. That's correct?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Websites evolve so quickly nowadays. So with so many channels of marketing out there that people are starting to experiment with, Instagram, hello, Snapchat, email marketing is a great example. But yeah, going back to our web developer, these are things that we would have to figure out a way to write some sort of JavaScript code in analytics to see the data that's coming in. And Google Tag Manager just alleviates all of that trouble. Now James and I can fully understand what tag needs to be placed, what trigger needs to be put in place for that tag to fire, and then we can pull that data out to see, which ones are most successful. This email worked really well, this one didn't. I mean, it's a great tool. I know that the chatbot feature is something that a lot of our clients are starting to use a lot more, and not just our clients. I mean, if you look at the industry as a whole, every tool that we use has a chatbot. Yep. So, do they work? How do you know? How do you find out? Tag Manager.
Nice. So could we tell through Tag Manager? Could we tell what page people are, say, interacting with a chatbot the most on, and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's exactly what we can tell.
As long as we set up the tags correctly, yeah, absolutely we can.
Awesome.
It's amazing. I mean, there's a ton of different things we can track. We could track video plays. We could see how far through a video they made.
How far down they scroll.
Yeah, how far down the page they scroll.
For mobile.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of great use cases. Traditionally, you'd want to know as many clicks and page views as you could possibly get, but with Tag Manager and the easy implementation of it, we're able to almost track an entire event flow from the start, land to finish, where they came in, what they did, and how they got out of the site.
Nice. That's awesome. I mean, I know for our clients, it's huge to know what's working, what's not working, and so we can do what's next, whatever that means. And so it sounds like this is just Google has created a product that makes it easier for us to do it without having to develop all of that at most of the time at the cost to the client. If they want all that developed, they're gonna have to pay for it.
Right.
Yep.
Time costs money.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Anything else that we haven't really touched on that you guys can think of that maybe somebody should know about Tag Manager, or any other questions that you guys have gotten from your clients that we haven't covered yet?
God, it's Tag Manager, like we've been discussing, it's fairly easy to set up, but depending on just how precise you want to get, it can take quite a bit of time. So getting that kind of higher level data is real easy for us to do, and then getting, depending on exactly how granular you want to get, it does take a significant amount of time to set up. So that's something that we've been slowly working on and rolling out more of. I mean, we've got, on all of our clients, we've got that basic high level tracking, but we're getting more and more granular all the time.
Right.
Just because, with better data, we make better decisions, our clients get better conversions, and just so on down the line.
Yeah, for me, James, it helps. You and I are data nerds. We love looking at all of this stuff. It makes us, better for our clients. I'm curious as to the way the clients think about it. Traditionally, for the last 5 to 10 years, phone calls, page views, form submissions, and that's it. Now I'm letting you know that I can track anything that your clients do on your site. So it's up to you, the client, to tell me what you'd like tracked, right? And nothing is too granular at this point.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. So, and what I'm hearing overall, besides the fact that this is a really amazing tool, it's easy to set up initially, like to create an account, get it installed on the site, but to really actually get data or useful data out of it, it can take some pretty in-depth work. So, for those of you that are watching, this would be something really great to take back to your current digital marketing company if you're not already working with us. Take it back to them, make sure that they're utilizing Google Tag Manager in some way, shape, or form. We get a lot of questions about, hey, can I track this? Hey, can I track that? And this is a solution that's answering those questions. or giving us the ability to do that. So you want to make sure that you've at least broached this topic with whoever's doing your digital marketing. And as Delbert mentioned, you'll kind of be partially responsible for telling them what to track. If you have any questions about how to get this stuff set up, what should you be tracking, if you're having trouble with tracking something, reach out to us, let us know. We're always here to help. Yeah, Mo, was there any was there any questions that came up about it anywhere?
No questions.
Cool.
Nope.
Awesome. So we did a really amazing job explaining it. So awesome. So everybody, thank you so much for taking time out of your Friday morning, if you're watching this live, to hang out with us. Again, James, Delbert, two of our expert SEO account managers here at Sequus, took time out of the morning to explain a little bit more about Google Tag Manager, what it is, how to use it, and all of the benefits from it. So if you have questions, throw them down in the comments or message us directly. We'd be happy to answer them. And if you need help getting it set up on your site, hit these two guys up and they would be happy to help. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
No, we're going to talk anyway. We're